As she rocketed to the top of the Chicago public schools 3 years ago, Barbara Byrd-Bennett was touted as an experienced administrator who was going to help the Emanuel administration turn around a system beset by a recent teachers' strike, huge budget deficits and pending school closings. On Tuesday, the mayor's hand-picked choice to lead the nation's third-largest school system became instead the latest in a long line of Chicago public officials caught trying to line their own pockets. The 66-year-old one-time New York City elementary school teacher faces up to about 7.5 years in prison after pleading guilty to a single felony count of wire fraud for steering multimillion-dollar no-bid contracts to a former employer in exchange for the promise of up to $2.3 million in kickbacks. Byrd-Bennett stopped briefly to talk to a horde of reporters and cameramen. With tears in her eyes, she said she had a message for the school children and their families. "I am terribly sorry, and I apologize to them. They deserve much more than I gave to them," said Byrd-Bennett, whose CPS salary totaled $250,000 a year. She then stepped through the crowd of spectators and left the Dirksen United States Courthouse without taking questions. Prosecutors said Byrd-Bennett is cooperating with the ongoing investigation and has agreed to postpone her sentencing until after the charges against her co-defendants have been resolved. In exchange for her cooperation, prosecutors have agreed to seek a sentence of about 7.5 years in prison, well below the 11 to 14 years in prison called for under federal sentencing guidelines, according to her 21-page plea agreement.